person was in the bottom flat, Kelly got the chair back. So, and this was ever before fucking Kelly found out who was living underneath. So where's that got to do? And Canadian Angie bang out of order yesterday for saying this was something about rape of a child. No such fucking thing. That was her dirty mind.
It's like a Chinese whisper, Pearl. It starts off small, and before you know it, it's Mount Everest.
But
and
that
she's
was a dirty mind of saying it was anything to do with a child in the first beginning.
That's disgusting.
It was Kelly's chair. She took a mad do. Kelly got it back, and Kelly had it back a bit when the downstairs windows went through, and then she'd asked about what was going on, and they told her it was something there. But Kelly already had the chair back, and but Canadian Angie, absolute wrong'un for mentioning anything to do with kids. Kids was never mentioned.
Why kids for it?
With there, but she said a peddler owned the chair. No, it was her chair, Dee Dee. It was Kelly's chair. She took a mad do, chucked it over the balcony, and somebody had took it in. Then they found out it was a peddler who took the chair in, and Kelly got the chair back.
Oh, that makes sense. But like, that doesn't. Oh, I don't understand.
Listen, why did CA add that bit on about the child? Why would she add?
There's no need.
Why
to
she added that bit on?
Where's the fucking child come into it? Why is she saying? Can it wait there? What's that just said there? Canadian Angie said it was not a fucking.
No, it was Kelly's chair. I remember the live.
It was
Kelly's chair.
She was on live. She was on. I told this to that fucking cunt the other day. Kelly was on live and took a divvy-do, chucked the chair over the balcony and left it, right? That was that. Yeah. Then Kelly went, looked for the chair, got the chair back. And how she found out it was a peddler in the bottom flat was because his windows, or whoever's windows, went through. But no, that was Kelly's chair. Kelly owned that chair and got her chair back. So where has it come in that it was anything to do with a child?
Why are we even mentioning children?
Well, exactly. It's Canadian Angie turning it around for something to go at Alex for. Nobody's getting this. It was never, ever anybody else's chair than Kelly's chair. It was her gaming chair.
Oh, so much.
And because somebody bought that chair for
Kelly. Listen, yes, I'm going to tell you the story now, and I've never said this before. It was a big fella on here who was an absolute Kent, by the way.
He's called Buster.
Yes, that's right. He must have given Kelly the money for the chair and just said, Kelly, buy yourself a chair. When Kelly had got the chair, Buster had been caught online saying he'd give Kelly money, right? When that was supposed to be kept between the two of them. This is why Kelly flipped, chucked and said, I don't. Buster bought Kelly the chair. Kelly chucked the chair over the balcony because she didn't want nothing after Buster had outed that he'd give Kelly, I think it was £100, if I'm correct. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But Buster definitely gave Kelly the money for the chair when she found out he'd been speaking about her online. That's why she flipped, and that's why she chucked it over the balcony. Fucking end of, no more and no less. So wherever a child's come into it, I do not fucking know.
She's using it for sinister reasons. Why mention a child? There's no child.
It wasn't that bit there where I've just come out with was not my story to tell. That was not me gossiping about Kelly, but that's exactly what happened. So all the Canadian one's doing is adding a child into it because of what Alex said. Alex was having a private joke with Kelly, what we all knew, how they joked, and not just lately, for years.
Around for me,
no, but Pearl, but even that story between Alex and Kelly changed a couple of times. I was about back then.
But even still, where's the fucking child coming into it?
Exactly. You're completely right, Pearl. If you remember correctly, back in the video, Mary Ann had said that the chair was smelly and sticky because it was Kelly's.
It was a poor joke, poorly timed, but it was nothing they'd never joked about before.
A child was never mentioned.
No, a child was never mentioned.
You don't hear anything else.
Why is a child mentioned now?
Because Canadian Angie Canadian Angie's turned it into that. That's why
Can I just jump in
she's
here?
turned it into it.
She is sick
I
of
was
it.
there for that live, and it was, if I remember rightly, it was a sub live. That was. It wasn't public. It was screen recorded off the back of Chloe Blackheart's, and she was the one that ran.
Who's saying, wow, Pearl, liar? No, your dad's a
Pearl's
liar when he's
not
going
lying.
home to your man every
A
night.
liar. She's not a liar, and all her content is that day in, day out. And even EQ had a rant about it's day saying it's boring, and
It is
she's
boring.
sticking up.
To Kelly because I've just told her a bit of business that I shouldn't have told her, but now I'm just fucking sick of it getting mentioned about a child. Alex getting blamed innocent. Can somebody share this live to Kelly so I can tell her to her face that I've just said about Buster getting her the chair?
I'll share
be
it
honest,
now.
Well, I
that
think
you
because
defend
I think that was public knowledge
How many
anyway,
times-
because it was meant to be a stool.
Well, I
and
should
then
know. I
it's
shouldn't have
changed
mentioned
to
that,
a-
but I'm pissed
So
off now.
don't worry about it because even Kelly's mentioned it, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, but it
Do you
still
know what I
wasn't.
thought was the
Quickly.
weirdest thing? Well, last night or the night before. Sorry, I think I'm wagging. Last night or the night before, Andy was trying to back up the fact that like Alex was talking about kids or whatever, and she was like, "What's the first thing you think of when someone says the word crab paste?" I think of a female child, and I'm like, mate, I think of those little jars of meat paste.
Well,
Somebody
listen,
said
guys,
you think
I'm
of,
in a
like,
really, I'm in a
Well,
really,
May, I
really,
did
really,
better up.
really bad
I've
place.
tried to show it to Kelly.
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
which
I know.
profile
Sorry,
she's
Somebody's
on.
saying Kelly won't defend him as they're not speaking or something, but if Kelly will tell the truth, then we all know it was Buster who borrowed Kelly £100 for that chair, so that chair was never belonging to anybody else but Kelly. When she found out he had told people about it, that's when she flipped and chucked the fucking chair over the balcony. Kids was never mentioned, and Kelly used to sit and cry on live for hours. And Alex and Kelly used to have a fucking private joke, or not even a private joke, online. So that's how it got mentioned, crab paste and fucking tears. Where does that anywhere come in near? Buster's in the chat, because Buster, well, get up, Buster, and tell the truth. Then I know you don't like me and I don't like you, but get up and tell the truth, Buster.
The chair actually.
You borrowed Kelly the money, so that was always Kelly's chair, what you paid for. Then you felt the need to go online and gossip about it, telling people you bought that chair or lent Kelly the money, whatever it was. You caused all this, Buster, you.
Well, can Buster get
Can
in?
I just jump in here?
Can I just check? Sorry, was that Hannah Saunders who was just in the box? Then?
Yeah, I've kicked her out. I can't have it.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight for a place, but I just want to say I was there for that live, and it was a private live. Kelly,
speaking
the
of
reason
chairs.
why tears were mentioned because that week Kelly was crying.
Crying
online.
all week.
She was distraught. This was before that comment got said.
Exactly. This is what is aggravating the cunt out of us. Alex is getting the blame here. Where a
Yeah.
child's coming to is Canadian Angie's warped fucking mind.
But
What
can we also remember the only reason that tears came into it was because Mary Ann had said it was sticky and sweaty, right? It was Mary Ann that had actually said that. Alex had then done the back and forth with Mary Ann, Tony, and Kelly. Also speaking about Alex, let's just remember there was also another two people involved in this: Mary Ann and Tony Jade.
Well, that little rat Tony's never going to come on and speak up, is
No,
she?
it isn't. The way it went was they had that little joke on the live, which was a private live, which was being screen recorded by a group of people that Kelly wasn't speaking to at the time.
Yeah.
And they ran with that they were on about a child's tears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, if I get hate for this, I don't care. It was Chloe Blackheart that went round the whole lap and told everyone about it. It would never have got that far if someone at the screen.
Well, but Buster must have fucking told Chloe about it because there was only
Yeah.
Kelly and Buster that knew about it. So Buster was bragging he'd either give Kelly money or bought the chair, whatever, because Buster used to tell tales on all of them, by the way, and he'd lent money to other people, and even I know about that, but again, not my story to tell. If Buster's in the comments, Buster used to tell a lot of tales. So Buster's caused all of this. That's who's caused this, Buster. But if Kelly had come up and tell the truth about it all, she would, even though she doesn't like Alex, she can confirm Buster bought her that chair. That chair never fucking belonged to a pedalo.
No, it didn't.
I can confirm that first I got of the chair, it was meant to be a stool and it then changed into a gaming chair because Kelly's back was too sore when she was
That's
sitting on the kitchen
right.
stool.
Yeah,
Right, I
fine.
was about back then. I also ran lives in regards to what Alex had said because it was wrong. It was distasteful.
Gossip Girl Stacey's in the chat and she's got a screen recording or something about. I don't know, something.
And I'll let you in if you request. So all this is so basically what we're saying is
Here's Alex
the
now.
chair was
No, what we're
Back
saying,
up.
Canadian Angie's a twisted
then the
cunt
chair was
and
never
trying to turn
bought by
it
a
into a
peddler.
child.
Yes,
Children was never mentioned, Gossip Girl, and
It's
what we said,
disgusting.
children was never mentioned. The only thing that was really mentioned was sticky and sweaty, and it was Marianne that had said that it was sticky and sweaty.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is about me being rude. The reason why Alex would have said that is because obviously Kelly will say about mentioning basically a period and her crying on the chair. That's what it was aimed at. That's what it was.
Exactly.
Not,
But why
not
are we
The
mentioning
lives that happened prior to this.
Right,
Well,
so,
Alex had mentioned.
so Kelly said to me this week, just gone, in a live, that chair was never owned by a pedophile.
No, it wasn't. It was fixed.
No,
It was
it was her chair. It was fixed.
She threw it or something and it got fixed.
Well, the only
He
reason
did
people
that.
think it was owned by a pedalo is because it's Canadian Angie spreading around that bullshit that it was. Because prior to that, everyone knew that it was Kelly's chair that Buster had bought. Literally, everyone knew that.
Well, listen, and I don't know if Kelly's in the chat, but I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened because Buster had borrowed you the money, and even Kelly talked to me about that. So I'm saying that. That's what I said. I shouldn't have mentioned the thing, but it's going too far now through Canadian Angie.
And after Kelly,
Canadian Angie, whatever you call
after
it.
Kelly, you know, she went in a mad one. She flung the chair out of the balcony.
The chair was right. Like she said to me this week, it was never owned by such a
Well,
creature.
wherever a child come into, it's Canadian Angie's twisted, dirty, bastard mind.
She's a sick bitch.
Well,
Yeah, it was never
Sick
mentioned.
fucking children sick.
And if I remember rightly, it was £100 Buster and Kelly for this chair. And so how can it have been anybody else's chair when Buster got that chair for Kelly? And Buster is, if he's still in the chat, he doesn't like me either. He's got no needs to tell lies for me. But that is the gospel honest truth. Buster bought that chair.
A lot of people are saying it was Nanny D. I've just had a message as well saying it was Nanny D. I wasn't really in those circles back then, but quite a few people are saying it was Nanny D who started up the big thing about what was said.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Nanny D. See, just quickly, I've got a video of Kel talking about this chair yesterday, I think it is. But I need to send it to somebody because I don't have another device to play
Stacey, send it to me.
CJ, I don't have your new number.
If you got my old one.
No, because I've just got a new phone as well. But can I just quickly say something as well? See, this whole thing with Irish Kel and Alex, this went on weeks before what was said in that live. So I don't understand where this is all come from. Like, I don't understand where this whole pedalo thing came from. And can I
From
just say
Canadian
something as well?
Angie, because she's trying to make it about something that it never ever was. That's where it's come from.
Yeah, can I just quickly say something as well? Do you know, Kel said the guy down the stair was a pedalo, right? But that was only what she was saying. Nobody knows if that's true or not.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're only
right.
going off what she's saying.
That's right. Stacey is right by saying that. That's right. Nobody knew. And the
So if
thing
nobody knows, then nobody can chuck the word peddler around. Why are we even talking about peddlers?
no, but Kelly, but what my point is, Kelly owned that
Hey,
chair.
you know, I got said a pedalo fixed the chair. Not at all, pumpkin.
No, what I'm saying is Kelly owned that chair, and CA is turning around and saying a pedalo owned that chair.
No,
So-
Buster bought her it.
So Kelly should get on to CA and say to her about that, because Kelly was the one that fought for to try and get them 3 letters off the app. And another thing, she's disgraceful by bringing up about Just Nana and everything. That woman is devastated this
I
morning.
know, she's really upsetting. She's
She's
fucking
devastated.
Sick, Canadian Andrew. She's sick. She's one sick bitch, and I'll say it.
But everything that Pearl is saying